Hello, everybody. Terry Jenkins with ETAC Inc. Founder. You can find us at usveteranjobs.com. This is part of a little mini series that I'm putting out, my Food for Thought series. Basically a result of a lot of different conversations with vets. Just happened to be chilling out in the backyard and thought, maybe I'll record some of this. It's had an impact on a lot of veterans' lives, the 250 plus veterans that we have in our program, so maybe I can put this out and it helps some other people. Just some general advice and things to think about. This one I want to talk about the role of mentoring. One of the things I see a lot out in the market right now is a lot of advice for veterans. You certainly get this from schools, from universities and training companies and things of that nature, and they have an agenda. They want to sell you their programs. They want you to enroll. They want you to buy their degrees, their certifications, things of that nature. But I also see a lot of other advice. 45,000 veteran nonprofits out there. A lot of them are great people trying to do great things. Unfortunately, a lot of them all try to do everything, and then they don't focus on anything. So you get a lot of generic advice from them. You got a lot of do-gooders out there, people that just offer you advice because they think their advice is worth something. You got groups on LinkedIn and social media that are there to offer advice, and a lot of times the advice they give is so generic. It's the one thing I could tell you I've learned in my life: if one size fits all, then generally it doesn't fit anybody. So a lot of times this can waste a lot of time for a transitioning vet that's going through a lot of pressure, because even the people giving the advice don't respect the fact that you're not 18 years old, you just graduated high school, and you got a couple months to try to figure out what you want to do. You're married, you got 2 kids, 3 kids, you just been making a decent living, a good income, you got house, cars, all this stuff, and suddenly that stops, and now you're out there, and time is your worst enemy. So a lot of bad advice, a lot of generic advice could waste a lot of your time, and that time could get you in a lot of trouble. And unfortunately, I get to see the end result of a lot of veterans that have wasted a lot of time, and now they're in bad situations. So, my general advice on looking for people that can help you, find mentors out there. You got an idea what field you want to go in. Go out there and find people that have been successful in that field. First question you should ask out of your mouth: what do you know and how much have you made? If you want to go do what they do, make sure they're good at it. For us, we look at that as mentoring as a challenge, as an honor. If there's something I could say or something I could do that will allow you to have a better life, then that's great. That's one of the founding principles behind me starting this company. Is, for the most part, most veterans would never come across my path. I'm a veteran, and I've been very successful over the last 20 years. And the places and the things that I've done in the last few years just simply would have never put me in a place to cross paths with you. So I literally took the action to start a company just to make sure that I put myself in your path, in your way, so that you could meet me. I could introduce you to my friends. I could introduce you to stuff like that. So make sure you're getting good advice, because that general advice, it could hurt you. Make sure who you're finding out from. I did one of these other little videos on the IT market, for example, and that's what we do, of where to go look for that. But the art of mentoring is a lost cause. Very few people do it. There's a lot of people that will teach you, and this is the problem with a lot of the programs that are out there. You can't afford to take 2 or 3 years off of not making money to live on whatever BHA you get from the GI Bill, to go learn a set of skills that you haven't even went out to see if they're worth anything. Instructors and professors, they're going to do their best to try to connect with you. Some of them try to go out of their way to do that, but they're still held back by the companies they're working for. They need to push you through as fast as they can so they can get on to the next group, because that's how those companies make money. So look for people out there that are willing to do that. I certainly make that a big part of our program. I personally try to teach and do as much of it as I possibly can myself, because I want to share to you what I have. I want to give you things that you wouldn't normally have gotten, because I was lucky enough to have that in my career. So look for people that are like that. Look for other veterans. A big portion of what we have in our program is not just me, it's the other veterans in the program. So I'll do one of these on kind of what our family is, and give you an idea of what we built from that side. But definitely look for the kind of people that can help you. All right, mentoring should be the key. You don't need teachers, you don't need professors. You're not just trying to learn a skill, you're trying to start a career. And if you don't get the right people to mentor, what you're going to end up with is a series of jobs. And eventually you get too old, you haven't built a strategy, and now you're running into a dead end. So look for that in people. Look for people that care. Look for people that put people first. It's one of the things that gets us, the biggest objection, I guess I could say, that we get is our program seems too good to be true. I wear that like a badge, like airborne wings on my chest, because you know what? I'm out here, I'm putting people first. I care about people. I care about my reputation and being honest and transparent. And I believe you can build a successful company and become successful as a person, and still be able to do that. You don't have to screw people over to get ahead. All right, so just food for thought. Make sure you're finding a mentor, somebody that's going to invest in you, time and effort.